One of them is to give my thoughts and take on a Roycroft pack frame. Okay. Now I've been using this pack for on and off for about 3 years. Started off, it's the same frame I've had. As you can see in the back here, same frame, same straps. I've changed out my cover for my gear a few times. Went through a few different evolutions, and I don't have anything bad to say about it, honestly. Maybe a couple of minor things that they could be fixed, but the main problem I had in the past with this pack was you couldn't carry any of your possibles. You couldn't get to anything. You couldn't get to it fast, that is. It takes a while to get in and out of this thing. So the solution I came up to with that is, one, I would carry a possibles bag or my oilskin haversack. I would put all my stuff in there and in my pockets and stuff. Then it was just something else flopping around on my side, and I don't really like that. I don't mind my canteen, but I don't know. So what I decided and discovered is simple addition of a blanket pin will fix that. Now, you're probably a ways away. Let me see if you can. Anyway, I'll zoom in a little bit and show you what I'm talking about. Got to walk all the way up here, of course. As I was saying, it always takes a while to get in and out of this thing. But I believe I fixed that problem. I just threw this together the other night. Usually in the summertime I use my little Maxpedition Condor. I just carry this in the wintertime. It's you get a lot more stuff in it. And it's pretty bulky right now, but most of that's my sleeping bag. It's not compressed at all, but anyway, as I was saying, I fixed the possibles problem with this blanket pin right here. As you see, pull it off, take it out, and this is nothing but just some wire I had bent together. And actually you can open up this corner here and you can see I can get to my stuff now. I get to my headlamp, get to my haversack if I want to throw some edibles in there or whatnot, want to gather something along the way. My friction fire kit, my saw, what else I got in here? Fishing kit, spare cordage, just some Walmart bank line. It's not the best, but it works pretty good. It's better than Mason's twine, at least. Cheaper than paracord. And my water filter. Alright, so that's everything I would normally carry in my possibles bag, but it's right here in the front of my pack. And this is a big piece of canvas here. I don't use it for anything. I may use it for a ground cloth, but that's about it. I'm probably going to start incorporating it into my shelter since it's so big and it's all that space. I might as well use it for something. Goodness. A squirrel just fell out of a tree behind me there. Anyway, you can see, I hope you can see, I've got this space here. Is blocked off for the most part by another row of canvas. You see yellow back here? So I can tie this up and pin it up without fear, at least as far as I can tell, of losing anything. Now this, I have my first aid kit. I'm still using this first aid kit. Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate it. And my pot. I don't usually carry this pot, but it fit on the pack, so I figured I'd give it a go. I may buy myself a little pan later on down the road to fry pancakes and stuff on. But anyway, got my pot. It has these hooks on the belt. I just loop it into the string, toss it in there. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Now, like I said, I haven't in the past incorporated these parts into my shelter. I may start doing it because it's a pretty big piece of canvas I have. Maybe a 5x7 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But got this bigger piece of good quality bank line. that I used to lash it all down with. You can see that or not, I hope you can. So the only thing that's going to really take me a while to get to in here is, oh, and an emergency blanket. So I'm going to add a piece of clear plastic in here. I've never made any super shelters, but I want to start experimenting with them. We're supposed to have a cold winter this year, so I want to take advantage of that. I just have my tarp. This piece of, I work in a machine shop. We get our sheets of metal in on this stuff. It makes good ground cloths, a spare tarp, whatever you may need. So I keep it in there, don't weigh nothing. And my El Cheapo Deluxe sleeping bag. I've only had it for one winter so far, but it hasn't let me down. It is a little pain sometimes to zip up right, but it's just a Swiss sport. I don't have any complaints yet, but it doesn't get that cold here in South Georgia. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's just a little tip you may or may not need, may or may not want, but I thought it was interesting. Now, I will say a couple things that I don't necessarily, that can be fixed. I'm just too lazy to do it, honestly. That I'm not always ecstatic about is, excuse me, you see these cross pieces right here overlap each other, and now that means this one right here tends to dig into my back sometimes. So that's one thing I don't necessarily like about it. But I could make that, I could fix that if I really wanted to. I'm just too lazy to do it. But it's a good system if you don't have a pack. I know a lot of people use them and know how to make them, but I haven't really seen anyone that at least says that they use it on and on, you know, that use it as their main pack and have used it for an extended period of time. And if you're wondering, it's a good pack. Like I said, I've carried it on and off for 3 years, mostly in the winter time. And I followed, you can find a lot of them, a lot of plans and stuff for how to make this online, but I went to the source and I pretty much just copied Moore's video. The sticks, elbow to fingertip, not quite, or not elbow to fingertip, shoulder to fingertip, and elbow to fingertip. And I know Dave Canterbury has had a pretty good video up on it, but he put his cross piece back here on the inside to say it acted as a back brace, but I didn't think that would work, so I never tried it. It may work, I don't know, but yeah, some of my lashings are starting to come loose, but like I said, 3 years, it's been a while. It's good they lasted this long. But anyway, let's pack it back up now so I can show you how I make that little my Persic's coming loose here. I like to make sure they're all go ahead and facing out. Now Dave Canterbury said that you could make these parts of your shelter. I don't want to do that, but it's a good idea. You know, this could be your ridge line easily. It's plenty long enough. Could be long enough. Mine's only about 10 foot long. But yeah, so gonna get you back down a little bit and we'll throw it back together. You see what I'm talking about. So, first things first, I take my piece of canvas here. It's not really canvas, it's like, I'm not sure what you call it. Kind of polyester material. It has the consistency of canvas, but it feels like canvas. Anyway, fold it over halfway. Make sure it's all out on the corners. Go do this other corner. And like I said a while ago, make sure all my lashing points are out straight. Take this piece of thread, get it out of the way. Alright. Now, just for giggles, I haven't done it this way before, but I'm going to now. Try and see what happens if I fold it like this. Yeah, let's see that. Let's try that. So it will make a big point, make a big difference. Take my El Cheapo Deluxe, zip it up for one thing. That'll probably cut down on some of the bulk. Like I said, decent sleeping bag for 30 bucks. It's a $30 sleeping bag, and it's got my money's worth out of it if it tears up right now. Alright, now. Ow. Okay, or maybe not. Fold it over. Try it now. Right here. Now, you want this to be your back. Like I said, this is not anything new information-wise here. You want to have your softest component of your gear towards your back. That'll be your padding for your pack. Padding for your pack. Say that 5 times fast. Take my piece of tarp stuff, my tarp, put here. Nothing else goes right now. Go ahead and fold this over, fold this over, fold this over, tuck it up under, and this probably isn't going to work the way I had it, this way. So, scratch that, okay? I'm not even going to turn my camera off. Okay. Feels a little longer. Like I said, this is the first time I tried putting it diagonally like that. So, I'm going to take all this off. If I can do it without messing it all up. Set it right here. And put it back the way I always carried it. And we'll start from here, I guess. Put it right here, like that. Fold it. Have probably about like that. You can see it's about how much I have hanging over the tip of my pack. Excuse me. And now you want to have the softest component of your pack put towards your back. That'll be your padding. Alright. And I've always used a sleeping bag in the past until I got this. This is the first, or excuse me, I've always used a wool blanket in the past. This is the first backpacking sleeping bag I've owned. And a wool blanket will make this pack pretty heavy, but it'll make any pack pretty heavy. Okay, so got that on there. That's all that goes inside. Now, take the bottom here, fold it up. You can bend over those corners a little bit if you want. It's not going to hurt a thing in the world. That's right here. This here. Want to keep one side of this where we can unfold it each other. Now you'll be able to get in like this, hopefully, is what we're looking for. So, and really and truly, like I said, I just threw this together, this variation, the other night, and discovered the way I had it folded, I could put stuff up in here. So it's kind of the discovery phase, I would say. But anyway, take my piece of bank line. I like to start at this bottom corner right here. Take my string. Now, when I watched Morse Kohansky, I said I just pretty much copied his video. He put toggles right here. I tried that. I couldn't make it work, so I went with Dave's idea instead and put this down. And I like it a lot better. Dave said that you could suggested you could use this as part of your shelter. I don't want to do that, so I didn't. Anyway, tighten that down. Cinch this side down. This other side. Oh, pulling the wrong way. Yeah, duh. There we go. Stuff a little confused there. Now I'll go to this corner down here. Now, there you have it. The packed and ready Roycroft pack frame by Morris Kohansky and Tom Roycroft. Yes, and whoever they got the idea from, because pretty sure there's no such thing as original idea. But I'm gonna go ahead and give them credit because they're the only ones I know who to credit to. So yeah, I'm babbling now, aren't I? It's all right. Wrap this up here. Just take my excess. Now I have this loop that I use for my axe, and I'm gonna make sure it's hanging off the top so I won't get it tangled up. And I just take and wrap this up. And I have had this thing loaded out so much that I barely had enough room to tie this up here. Just a testament to how much you can carry on this thing. As you can see now, got a pretty good amount of slack in my rope. Just a couple half hitches. That's all it's really needed. Tie it on this top post right here. Now, okay. Excuse me. Now we want to unpack this side. And you can see, not quite as much as last time, but we still have that bottom flap right here. This is where we're going to put our stuff. Or I'm going to put my stuff, because I don't know what kind of pack you have, but this is my pack. So just shove it all down in there. I need to rewrap my line here. It's starting to get kind of loose on me. That's all right. Friction fire set. Thought I was going to get a chance to use this today, but couldn't find any pine sap. So okay. Oh, alrighty then. We got range a little bit here. Since we have all this fluff in here, it's kind of packing itself down as we're shoving it in. My little Sawyer filter. Let some of the air out of this thing. And my headlamp, gonna go ahead and shove it right there. Pull this out back the way it was. Cover it back in. don't even need my blanket pin now. But just for good measure, you can see it's solid on this bottom piece. I can stick my hand in here though if I need to get to something. Yeah, where you can see it. So I'm going to shove my pin through this side. Some tough canvas. Alright, now my axe through the loop, don't drop it this time, straight down the middle or to the side, give it a little extra protection on that corner there. Okay, that. My pot, I don't have anything in my pot. You just as easily shove some more possibles in there. I'm looking for another little pot I can shove in here that won't weigh too much. This is aluminum. It's light. I like it. But if anybody knows a little pot that'll nest up in one of these stand sport pots, let me know. All 2 of my subscribers. Thank you. And I'm gonna take my hooks, whether they're facing this way, since the ropes are angled out this way, it's not going to come loose as it would if the hooks are going this way, if that makes sense. My excuse me, first aid kit, I'm going to hang it right here this time. Let it sag down in the middle. Now the only thing I don't have that I usually pack is my toiletries kit, and I just don't have it, but I can, it's just a little molly pouch kind of like that, but I can pack it anywhere, it'll be fine. And my canteen kit. And there you have it. Fully packed, ready to go, minus the food. Just shove food in any little nook and cranny you can find in this thing. And yeah. Well, I appreciate it.